and demigods were not able to identify what is the reason for this. So that's why they went to Brahmaji, and then Brahmaji explained the story behind this. So he was explaining about how this Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha are going to appear. Jaya and Vijaya, they were cursed by Kumaras, and that's why they are appearing here. And also he explained Kumaras, they went to Vaikunta. After going there, so they have realized so many things. They got the Bhagavad Prapti, that means they are able to experience Shantarasa. Yes? So Shantarasa they experienced. They got the Shantarasa. So that's why Brahmaji was telling this to the demigods. By hearing the reason for this darkness in this universe, okay. And also Brahmaji said that this Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha cannot be killed by anyone else, but Lord himself will do that. So after hearing all this, they are happy. So and they went back to their respective planets, abodes. So why this topic came actually? This Diti and that means this darkness came because the Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha's effulgence is the, or the Prabhava is the cause. So Diti story why it came here actually in this third canto. Huh? Diti story why it came in this Bhagavatam. Huh? Ah. Anyone actually? Diti story why it was discussed here in this third canto suddenly. Who is telling Diti story to whom? Maitreya is saying to Vidurji. Why Maitreya came to Diti story? हाँ सब भूल गया सब ब्राह्मण हो गया. Why this topic came? Why Maitreya is telling about Diti and this Kashyapa's thing? Huh? Ah, yes, yes. Varaha? No, no, simple. We'll go and one by one, one by one. Immediate cause you tell me. No, 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 no. I am asking why this Maitreya started explaining about Kashyapa and Diti. Why? ये स्टीलिंग अर्थ कहाँ आया एक्चुअली? हाँ, वो तो बाद में आया. दीति और कश्यप का स्टोरी क्यों बोला गया इधर? मैत्री क्यों? Actually see, while explaining about so lifting of this earth, what happened? Lords, so Maitreya said that suddenly he killed Hiranyaksha. Varaha killed Hiranyaksha. This was mentioned in which chapter? 13th chapter. This was mentioned in 13th chapter. 13th chapter we have seen that Varaha killing Hiranyaksha, and after that he lifted the earth back and he kept and he went off. Like that only you heard, na? In 13th chapter. So after that, what happened? Vidura was asking, na, how this Varahadev is killing this Hiranyaksha. Can you explain me? This was being asked. So that's why, so to explain this, this constant scheme. So that means Maitreya, so who is this Hiranyaksha he was saying. So while explaining that in the 14th chapter we have seen that. While explaining about Diti and Kashyapa, how she was got hesitated by, so untimely having the, that means odd time she was having the desire for having the conception. Because of that, so there is going to have bad. So all this story explained. But when she conceived them, then immediately after a few years, so that whole universe is becoming dark. Then the story, that means to find the reason for this darkness, demigods went to Brahmaji, and that story came. Okay, so the reason is why this Diti story came, because Vidura was asking how this Hiranyaksha is being killed and who is this Hiranyaksha. Can you explain about the story? It's a heroic pastime we want to hear. Like that he was asking. So why this story came suddenly? If I ask another question, that means why why Maitreya said that while explaining about the creation, suddenly he explained killing of so Hiranyaksha. Why he mentioned? That is a merging actually. Two stories he merged it. In 13th chapter we have seen. Yes. So two stories. This Hiranyaksha story happened in which Manvantara? Hey, Chakshash Manvantara. Hiranyaksha story was related to Chakshash Manvantara. And Swayambhu Manu's appearance will be सब कुछ भूल गए आप लोग हैं, पूरा के पूरा एकदम कुछ भी नहीं रखे हैं। बाप रे बाप। Varahadev story comes in which Varaha Kalpa, and Chakshish Manvantara killing of Hiranyaksha comes under Manvantara, and that is Kalpa. So Brahmaji's first day is also known as, so yeah, Sweta. That means in a month the first day is also known as Sweta Kalpa or the Varaha Kalpa, or otherwise Sweta Varaha Kalpa. So in this Kalpa, Varahadev comes in which form? White color, and he will be lifting the earth. But in every Manvantara he comes and kills Hiranyaksha. This is the difference actually. So actually, which story in the second canto, what we have seen in the ending of the second canto? You remember? Sukadeva Goswami was asked by Parishit Maharaj questions. Where, which chapter this is? Parishit was asking questions. Huh? Second canto, chapter 8. So among those, 18 बोला क्या? Oh my God. 8 or 18? 18 बोला क्या? नहीं है ना? 80 बोला ना? 8 है ना? हाँ, 8 तो जोक कर रहे हैं चलिए. Chapter 8, second canto, chapter 8. So in that questions were asked, several questions were asked. So among that one question is he was asking about time. So to answer this question, Sukadeva Goswami was saying, na, so I will be going to explain about Padmakalpa stories. Padmakalpa stories begins from which place? From which chapter? We discussed this. Huh? सभी नंबर डालते जाओ ऐसे ही कोई 13 बोलो 12 बोलो कोई ना कोई लग जाएगा नंबर. ओके. नाइन्थ कौन है? 8th chapter, third canto, 8th chapter. Third canto, 8th chapter we already. That means about the Padmakalpa stories. They are being said by Maitreya Muni to Vidura. Before that, so the prasanga, that means how this Maitreya and Vidura they came contact, that was being explained in the beginning of third canto. But the Padmakalpa stories Maitreya started explaining to Vidura. So from which chapter? 8th chapter. So Padmakalpa stories are being said, and in that, so we have seen several jumpings also. Those I definitely assure that you all forgot. So, so please go through that material. Whatever the first class material is there in our link that you can see, and it will take a lot of time also. Uh, uh,
but they rejected. That means they have some previous experiences. They don't want to go for
Acha.
creation or how?
So Brahma, the Chatush Kumaras, they don't want to help his father to increase the progeny, because they are already pratyek atma anubhava is there. That means atma rams. So you should assume that they have previously also the practice of the gnana. Because of this, they attained the self-realization. Atma ramata is there. So because of this, they are not interested in this.
Because there was no creation of.
No, but the jivatma is coming from several. So from the beginning, less it is there, and they have experience of this material world, and they came out from that. They are all self-realized souls. So next we will be seeing. So here in this chapter, निशम्य आत्मभुवा गीतम कारणम शंकयोज्जिताः ततः सर्वे न्यवर्तन्त त्रिदिवाय दिवौकसः. After hearing from Brahmaji about the reason for this darkness, their shanka, that means their doubt, who is the cause for what, that is being so understood by them. So then they left that place. We are going to see. Shankaya ujjitaha bhagavatiyeva vishwasena iti bhavaha. Brahmaji said that Lord is going to kill this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, and no one is going to do anything for them. So because of this, after hearing this, they have confidence on the Lord. Bhagavati eva viswasena. Viswasa means, so because of the faith on the Lord, they were able to go away from there without any fear. Shankaya ujjitaha. Before that, they have the doubt that whenever we have doubt, then that will cause for the fear. So if there is no doubt, then there is no fear. Like if you are in the dark room, you have doubt, you are touching, that means you are not able to see the things. So if you touch some soft one, you might be thinking that it is a snake. Some soft and long one, if you touch it, you think that something it is maybe snake, and because of that, you'll be getting the fear. So wherever there is a ignorance, there is always fear. Bhayam dittiya biniveshitasya dishadapetasya viparyayo smritihi. Bhayam, what is the cause for the bhayam? Yeah, dittiya abhiniveshita, entering into the dualities. What is the reason for entering into the dualities? Huh? Why we enter into the dualities? No. Immediate cause, you tell me. Tell me the immediate cause. Body conception. Because identifying himself as body. Why he is identifying himself as body? Who is that? Yeah, because of forgetting about he himself. Why he is forgetting himself as a soul? False ego is cause for the bodily identification. That is already over. So, but bodily identification is because forgetting he himself, who is he. So, why he is forgetting himself? What is the cause for that? Desire will come later, na? Huh? This is why I want to clear it actually. This concept. Who is that? Wow. So because of being covered by the avidya, he forgot himself as I am soul. Why avidya is covering? Hey, these reasons should be clear, Prabhuji. Please. Steps will be putting the steps. So that what will happen? So our will go. Screen share is not happening. Is there, na? Screen share is there. I learned new thing actually from Hyderabadis. This they told me actually how to make it this toolbar off. That means not a hide it. You you all didn't teach me. They taught. They're all techies anyway. They're all working in Infosys. First, fear, bhayam. What is the cause for this? Bodily conception. No. Entering into the dualities. अरे भाई किसके लिए होता है? तो because so you have some attachment for something and you may lose it. So that's why you are getting the fear. So that is means entering into the dualities. Means in this life you are seeing something is favorable to you and something is unfavorable. Whenever you are getting the unfavorable thing, you are thinking that it is so danger for me, and you will be thinking it's a fear. It is a cause for fear. So that's why entering into the dualities. Dualities is the cause for the fear. Why one is entering into the dualities? So bodily conception. That means identifying himself as body. Why he is identifying himself as body? So before identifying himself as something else, first what should happen? He should forget himself. Forgetting himself as soul. I am soul. This kind of identification is gone. Why it went off? The reason is, yeah, so he is covered by avidya. Jivatma is covered by, why avidya is covering then? ये तो बोलिए. Why avidya is covering jivatma? Desire कहाँ आया? That is not the inherent property of jivatma. Already desire will be there later here. When it is covered by the identifying himself as body, then desires will be so produced in the mind. Icha, dvesha, these are the properties of what? Mind. Huh? What? Forgetting himself as soul. Then later will come actually. Because Jivatma by nature, see, phenomena how it happens. Jivatma by nature is what is pure. So can anyone change the Jivatmas? So that means some impurity can be there in that part and parcel. That means so Keshagra Satagasa Kalipitasya. In that Anu particle, can you find any defect in that? Any contamination in that? Chitpadartha can be contaminated? No. Can it be transformed? Can it be changed? No. So that chit particle is always pure or not? That is always pure. And that is always pure, and the consciousness is coming out from that also is pure. And that chit particle can identify himself as soul also. This kind of ability chit particle is having. But when it will forget about himself, when it is covered with the avidya. When it is covered with avidya, then only it is forgetting so himself as I am soul. So then after that, what is happening? So by Maya, it is given with what is that? Ahankara. Maya's product na Ahankara. Ahankara will come when? When Karnanosai Vishnu glances on so Prakriti, then after that Ahankara is created, and that Ahankara is given to Jivatma. Some little portion of that Ahankara. So that's why Ahankara, that means ego, false ego, and also it is given with the Chitta. Chitta is given to Chittam. So Chittam means this is also one of the component, material component only. Then also it is given with the intelligence, and also it is given with mind, and also one more, senses. So now if someone is desiring, I want so certain object, that means some material object, I want gold. So someone is developing this desire. I want gold. This desire is produced in where? Is it produced in this jivatma? In that jivatma is desiring this, but where it is produced? Mind actually. So I want gold. This is the vritti of the mind only. It's not the inherent property of jivatma. No, it is not inherent property of the jivatma. So this I want gold, this kind of vritti is produced by the help of chittam, intelligence and ego, and also mind. All these combined together, so we can say antakarana, and that is in that antakarana desire is produced. I want gold. So then, actually, this what is happening? This pure jivatma is being covered by the avidya. This whatever the vrittis. Vritti means what? First of all, understand. Vritti means it is a function. That means some kind of. So you can say thought. Okay, here. So in that jivatma, which is being covered, it is thinking that. So I am desiring gold. Okay. So like one cover is made and if someone is entering and thinking that this is me, and these properties of that covering is also is thinking that he's mine, but actually nothing is belongs to him. So everything is done by prakriti only. Prakriti kriyamanani gunah karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. When this jivatma is covered by the avidya and also after that false ego, so then it is thinking that I am the doer of this. But inherently, so desiring gold is not the inherent property of jivatma. No. When it is covered by the avidya and it is also covered with the false ego, then whatever the vrittis are formed in the mind, intelligence, and so on, so, and those it is falsely claiming that is mine, and this thought is also my thought. So that's why I'm asking, then what is the reason for the avidya being? That means jivatma is covered by avidya. So why it is happening? Huh? Hey, Jiva wants to cover if you say Prabhuji. So avidya is covering, then only it is desiring, na? I am asking why avidya is covered. You understood my point? Forgetfulness is caused by avidya. Enjoyment. Desire to know. That is a property of Jivatma. I am asking avidya. First avidya should be covered, then only it will Maya further, then only Jivatma can forget himself. Then after that, so Maya is going to give the further layers. But why avidya is covering? So Maya is covering Jivatma with avidya. Now, okay. Thank you for all comments. So now I'll be explaining this. The what is the reason for this avidya to cover Jivatma? The reason is Ishadapetasya, because it is having the Anadi Paratattva Gnana Sansarga Bhavaha. It means from the beginningless. Anadi means beginningless. So it is not having the Paratattva Gnanam. Since this Jivatma didn't surrender to the Lord, that means it doesn't have knowledge about the Jivatma, doesn't have knowledge about Lord. Not having that Paratattva Gnanam is the cause for avidya. So that means Maya is covering this Jivatma with the avidya. That means he is a Lord, and always Jivat Maya, where it resides? It resides backside. Backside means so it cannot come front to the Lord. And it is she is doing and then if she is backside to the Lord, that means which kind of jivas can be covered by her? Who are also at the backside to the Lord. That means those who are backside to the Lord means what it means? That means Bhagavat Tironmukaha. That means those who are not having the knowledge about the Lord. If they know the Lord, they can immediately, so Maya will release them. Maya cannot act on them. So since they have no knowledge about the Lord, those jivas are being covered by the Maya. But when this jiva, by the association of the either gnani or otherwise by the bhakta, if they come to know about the Paratattvam, then what will happen? So immediately Maya will leave them. That means if they come to know about the Lord and if they surrender to the Lord, so then what will happen? Then Maya will leave them. So that's why when onwards the Jivatma is covering this means this Maya is covering this Jivatmas, Anadi. So that's why what is the proof for this concept? Isha Bayam Ditiya Biniveshita Syad Ishadapetasya Viparyayo Smritihi Tanmaya Avajetam. So there you can see Ishadapetasya. Why Jivat? Now will be coming through the sloka also. Okay. Jivatma is covered by avidya. What is the reason for this? Because of Jiva turned away from the Lord. That means Jiva was away from the Lord. That means not having the knowledge about Lord. So from our sloka, which word is telling about this? Ishad Petasya. Bhayam Ditiya Viniveshita Syad Ishad Apetasya Viparyo Smritihi. That is a foundational sloka actually, which comes under the 11th canto. Na? So Ishad Apetasya. Ishat Apetah. Apetah means away from the Lord. That means backside to the Lord. Ishad Apetasya. That means they don't have any knowledge about Supreme Personality of Godhead. Paratattva Gnana. Abhava. Abhava means absence. Absence of the knowledge about the Supreme Truth. So this is the cause. Then after that, what will happen? Asmritihi. Asmritihi means forgetting about himself. So that will happen when Jivatma covers that Jiva, when Maya covers that Jivatma, and because of that, so Jivatma will forget himself as soul. So these two steps are in that sloka what? Asmritihi. So after this Asmriti, what happened? Jivatma is identifying himself as body. Viparyayaha. Viparya means Viparit Gnan. That means thinking himself as body. So because of Viparya, what will happen? Dvitiya Abhiniveshaha. So because of Dvitiya Abhinivesha, what will happen? Bhayam Syat. Ishadapetasya. So Viparyayo Smritihi. That is a sloka actually. These are the steps. So that's why now what is the solution for this Jivatma to come out from this avidya? What is the fundamental reason for this Jivatma to be covered by the Maya? It is not having the knowledge about the Supreme Lord. Now, if it is going to get the knowledge about the Supreme Lord, and if you surrender to Him, after getting the knowledge, what it will do? It will be surrendering to the Lord. So then what will happen? Then Maya will leave. So that's why what is said. So, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. So that's why by just surrendering to the Lord, first you should know and surrender to the Lord, then what will happen? Then, so Maya immediately leaves. That means avidya is out and also the external coverings are all out. Then the Jivatma is liberated actually. Maya metam tarantite. It will be liberated. So that's why how to, you can see what is the reason for the Jivatma to be caught by Maya, only the reason is so absence of the knowledge about the Lord and Paratattva Gnana Sansarga Abhava. So this is a wording actually. Paratattva Gnana Sansarga. From when onwards it is happening? From the beginningless it is happening. So we don't know when it happened. Prabhupada is writing in the Purport, 13 chapter 20th sloka. So we don't know when this Jivatma came into this material contact. Actually, how it came, only Lord knows, but we don't know. So from that, that means when it onwards, it is on the backside of the Lord. That means absence of the knowledge about the Lord. When it onwards, beginningless. So that means there is no questions there. Already Prabhupada is writing no questions here. So then those jivatmas not having the knowledge, that is the cause. So that's why you are link it, that sloka, link it with the Ishada Petas, that means Bhayam Ditya Abhinivesha Niveshtasyad Ishada Petasya Prayosmriti. So that is a proof this sloka is telling about these steps. First is Paratattva Gnana Abhava. So next step is, that means Ishada Petasya means Paratattva Gnana Abhava. Because of that, next immediately Avidya is covering the Jivatma. That is done by Maya. So then it is Jivatma is forgetting about himself as I am soul. Then after that, so next covering is Maya is giving the false ego. Because of that, it is getting the bodily identification. I am body. So then after that, so it is entering into the dualities. So and after that, Bhayam is coming. So to come out from the Bhayam, what should happen? Ultimately, the root cause. What is the root cause? Ishadapetaha. That means turning away from the Lord. So that is the root cause. And now if Jivatma turns towards the Lord, then problem is solved. That means all these next steps are gone. These will be, that means no asmriti, no viparaya gnana. Okay. So now how it can turn, that means Jivatma, how it can turn towards the Lord? So it can turn that Jivatma by the sadhu's association only. It cannot turn towards the Lord automatically. So that's why turning towards the Lord is also three types. What is that? Seeing absolute truth as Brahman, seeing absolute truth as Paramatma, absolute truth is nothing but Krishna, and seeing it as Bhagavan. So Jivatma, majorly if you see Saguna and Nirguna. This is Saguna and this is Nirguna form of the absolute truth. So this Jivatma can turn towards the Lord by the association of the Jnanis or by the association of Bhaktas. So you take it as, that means Upasakasa Paramatma is also a kind of Bhaktas only. Then you can take this is Bhaktas are the cause, otherwise Jnanis are the cause. So when these Jnanis associate this Jivatma which is away from the Lord from the beginningless, so then what they will explain it to them? They say that absolute truth is nothing but Brahman, and you are not this body, you are Brahman, and you have to come out from this bodily conception of life. So that's why what kind of teachings they give, what kind of practice they give to them. So they give, that means initially Jivatma, where it is the Karmi. That means Jivatma doesn't have knowledge about the Lord and it is doing the various activities in this material world and enjoying. And after that, that means doing karma and getting the results of that and enjoying. So from how long it is happening? From the beginningless it is happening. From Anadi it is happening actually. The Avidya, Prakriti is also Anadi, Jivatma is also Anadi, and their relationship is also Anadi. So from Anadi it is happening, and such a Jivatma, how it can turn towards the Lord? So there is a, automatically can it turn towards the Lord and know that I am the servant of the Lord or I am the Brahman? So like that it can come to know automatically and can become so come out from this material nature? No, it's not possible actually. So it's not at all possible. Only there is some extra, that means outside help it is needed. So that's why, so there is a two types of association majorly, either Jnanis or otherwise Bhaktas. When Jnanis associate with this Karmi, so they will be saying that you are not body but you are so Brahman. So that's why for realizing that, and this karma is also attached bondage for you. Don't attach for this karma, and to get out from this karma, what they will be explaining? Nishkama karma yoga. They will explain to them to practice Kama Karma Yoga. Then after that, when there is a sufficient Antakarana Shuddhi, so then what will be happening? They will be asking this practitioner to leave the karma. That means Karma Sannyasa Yoga. When they will be saying to leave the karma, so Nishkama Karma Yoga, when they can leave? When they got the detachment for the results of the karma. When they got detachment for the results of the karma by practicing the Nishkama Karma Yoga, and also detachment for the karma also, karma results and karma. So because if they got detachment for the results of the karma, then automatically what will happen? They will be getting the detachment for karma also. Everyone is feeling struggling actually. What is explaining Venu Gopal? Eh? Yeah. That's why I'm revising. So Nishkama Karma Yoga, then what will happen? They will enter into the Jnana Yoga. Then after that, they will be getting finally by practicing Nirguna Brahma. He is coming in association of the Bhakta, then what will he will be explaining? So, yeah, Krishna is the supreme personality of the Godhead. If they come in association of the yogis, then they will be saying that Paramatma is the absolute truth and you have to worship him, realize him. Like that they say. So let us take here Bhaktas are the giving the association to the karmis. They will be saying that so absolute truth is Krishna, and till what time they should be doing the karma? These devotees who are coming in the association of pure devotees. So pure devotees are saying that Krishna Prema is the absolute, that means final goal of the Jivatma. So till what time they has to do karma and when they can live? In the case of the Jnanis, so they are saying to the practitioners, till what time they have to practice Nishkama Karma Yoga? Karma. When they get the detachment. In the case of devotees, when they can leave the karma? Dhrida Shraddha. So when they get the Dhrida Shraddha, strong faith. So till they get the strong faith means what? What is the shape of the strong faith? What define the strong faith? Knowledge about the scriptures. Knowledge about scripture will is enough. If what is symptom of the strong faith? Full surrender. How much surrender? Full. Full surrender. That means, and also otherwise it is equal to the coming out from the designations, all designations. Brahma Bhuta stage is the beginning of bhakti. That means I am not body, I am soul. So such a way one should come out from all the designations. So that is the beginning of bhakti, Suddha bhakti. Before that he has to practice Daiva Varnashrama Dharma. That means pure devotional service. That means Varnashrama Dharma, which is the target of the pure devotion. And then finally where he will reach? He will reach Saguna Brahma. That means Krishna. He will be getting the Krishna. So this is the roughly, but inner details are there. So Paramatma realization, so that we can see. So now the point is, Jivatma from the beginningless, it is not having the knowledge about the absolute truth. So but when it is coming in association of either Jnanis or the Bhaktas, then from that association only. So that's why Jiva Goswami is establishing with the Sadhu Sangha only, Jivatma can be delivered. Jivatma can come out from this material, that means attachments, material bondage. That sadhu may be the gnani or the yogi or otherwise bhakta. But among them, who is the best beneficial? That is the bhakta. So among the bhaktas also many pradhani bhuta bhaktas and also suddha bhaktas. Uh, Pradhani bhuta and what? Difference. Pradhani bhuta bhaktas and suddha bhaktas. What is the difference? Pradhani bhuta bhaktas, bhakti is pradhana, but they are mixing bhakti with what? Karma, gnana, or otherwise yoga or something else. So that means bhakti is pradhana. Definitely they are understanding bhakti is pradhana, but they are not doing the purely devotion. That bhakti is along with what? It is mixed with either karma or the gnana. So that's why Karma Mishra Bhakta is Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta. Or otherwise Jnana Mishra Bhakta is also Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta. Karma Jnana Mishra Bhakta is also Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta. But what about the Suddha Bhakta? Suddha Bhakta is not at all mixing any kind of things with the Bhakti. So here Bhakti means what? Sakshat Bhakti, Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti. That is not mixed with. So that is not mixed with any kind of karma, gnana, or so and so. So that's why if anyone come in association of the Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta, he will become at maximum of Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta only. Can he become Suddha Bhakta? No. That means if you open the heart of Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta, what is there you see? This is heart. Okay? Open and see, then the doubts will be clear. क्या भर के रखा देखते हैं अभी. So Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta is doing the Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti. So Karma Mishra Bhakta, if you see, example is Karma Mishra Bhakti. That means here Bhakti means what? Sakshat Bhakti or direct devotion. Bhakti means direct devotion. What the example is? Shravanam, Kirtanam and so on. And if that is mixed with what? Karma and so on. Here karma, you take karma. Karma means what? Which is going to give further body. That means it is, which is the cause for the further body. That everything is known as karma only. Okay. So that karma, if you mix with the bhakti, that means in his heart bhakti is there. What is that? So Shravana Kirtanadirupa Bhakti is there. This Shravana Kirtanadirupa Bhakti example is what? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarana, all. These activities by nature what? They are all nirguna. These activities are by nature nirguna. They don't have, so that means any kind of the tinge of the modes. Like example, you are hearing. So hearing is activity, but hearing film music, hearing Krishna. So hearing film music what? Is material, and it is, this activity is gunas, is a saguna. This activity is saguna activity. But when the object of hearing is Krishna, then that means this hearing activity is object, subject, object, verb. For the verb acting, that means here hearing is a verb, na? For this verb, object is Krishna, then doer, who is the doer? Devotee is the subject. So devotee is subject. So hearing is the activity, and object is Krishna's name, means Krishna. So when Krishna is directly objective of the activities, then those activities are known as direct devotion. Are the no. Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. That activity itself is Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti is different, direct devotion is different. Yes or no? Explain, okay. Okay, Suddha Bhakti is different. Direct devotion is different. Sakshat Bhakti is different. Direct devotion is also known as Sakshat Bhakti. So now Sakshat Bhakti means direct devotional activities. Means those activities which are directly connected to Krishna, or otherwise, so in the place of Krishna you can take Guru, or otherwise Sadhu, who is liberated from the material body, the conditioning. So those are all known, those can be the object. That means, so seeing pure devotee, seeing activities happening, seeing Krishna is direct devotion or not? Yes. And seeing pure devotee is also direct devotion or not? Yes. That means for that activity, if the Krishna or his pure devotees, if they are the objects, then those activities are known as direct devotion. That means that activity itself is having the Chinmaya Shakti. Transcendental potency is there in that activity. Okay. And that activity is like a fire. If you do that activity, either the Shraddha or the without Shraddha, it is going to give result. Example, in the case of the rat, when rat took into the mouth the wig which is offered to the Lord in the month of Kartik, so that activity, when it so struck in his teeth, so it is just jumping. So that activity, that means offering the lamp. So lamp offering. So for this lamp offering activity, who is the object? Krishna. So directly is Krishna is the object. So that's why this activity is what? Is a direct devotional activity. And even this rat may be knowing or may not be knowing that this activity is a devotional activity. There is no need. That means if you touch a fire without knowing or without not without knowing with knowing, is there any difference in the burning of your hand? No difference. That means without knowledge also if you touch, with knowledge also if you touch, it is going to burn. Similarly, this activity, direct devotional activity, means if you do that activity with consciousness or without consciousness of that activity, so definitely it is going to give result. So no, I'm coming. I can just, I want few more minutes, then I will take questions. So one more thing, in the another activity is there, like you are doing farming in a field. That means you are cleaning the earth, sowing seeds, putting water. Then after that, so the sprouts came out, and then after that, so plants grow, giving fertilizer, pesticides, so and so. Finally, you produce the yield. These activities, that means sowing seeds. Who is sowing for this activity? Which is the object? Sowing activity. Who is the object? Seeds. Okay, seeds are the object. So is it direct devotion? This activity is a devotional activity? No. And putting water to the field, giving water to field. So next, growing the plants. These are all not at all. By nature, they are not so devotional activities. But the result, whatever came, that means yield. If you give that to the Lord, if you offer that to the Lord, then what will happen? All these activities are becoming devotion. By nature, those activities are not devotion, but when the result of that activities are offered to the Lord, then that kind of activities are known as huh? Hey, Siddha Bhakti? Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Aropa Siddha. That means bhakti, by nature they are not active, those are all not devotion. But when the result of that is offered to the Lord, then those are considered as bhakti actually. Like someone is working in some industry and TCS and that activity is devotion? No. But the salary, whatever the outcome came from that, that you gave to the Lord, then this activity is becoming devotion. So this is not pure devotion actually. This is not Sakshat Bhakti. It is Aropa Siddha Bhakti. That means it became Bhakti by Aropan. That activity became Bhakti, आरोप करने के बाद वो भक्ति हो गया. भक्ति उसमें आरोपित किया गया उस एक्टिविटी पर. समझ में आ रहा है? Wording also very easy to understand. Now one more activity is there. I want to say one more thing. So there is another kind of the activity. It is also becoming the bhakti. So for example, someone X person is there. This X person is doing. He understood that means his life is meant for devotion. So that means that's why he is chanting and hearing and doing so many services to the Lord, direct services. So but he has the consciousness that, and to do all this I need body. So to maintain that body I need food. So to get that food I need karma. So without doing the karma I cannot do my bhakti in this way. Okay? So like that he is thinking and he is doing the karma. That means working in the field and he is producing the rice and grains, and after that he is using that. So he is nourishing his body, and by using that body he is doing Shravana Kirtanadirupa Bhakti, Sakshat Bhakti. Okay? Now in this case also, this so producing grains is it direct devotion? No. Now but he is seeing that activity which is helpful for his devotion. So then because of this because this producing grains is assisting to do bhakti, so then this is also called as bhakti. What kind of bhakti this is? This karma is also known as now bhakti. Why? Because it is assisting to bhakti. So that's why this karma is also bhakti now. Now example, another example I give. So some person is there, ex-person is there, he is chanting holy names. Okay? To chant holy names, he is thinking that controlling mind is important. So to control the mind, he is using the knowledge. That means I am not body, I am the soul. So by this knowledge, he is so making, with the strength of this knowledge, he is not allowing this mind to go outside. And he is always thinking that I am soul, so that's why my mind should not dwell in the sense objects. So with the strength of this knowledge, he is controlling his mind, and that controlled mind, he is engaging in hearing the Krishna's names, hearing the Krishna's names. Now controlling mind by nature, is it devotional activity? No. But now this controlling mind is assisting for what? To hear the Krishna's names. So that's why now here controlling mind is what? Is also becoming the bhakti. What kind of bhakti? No. Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Aropa Siddha means offering, Baba. Offering. Result of that activity should be offered. Sangha Siddha means by association it is becoming the bhakti. By nature it is not bhakti. Like controlling mind is not the bhakti. Producing the grains is not bhakti. But when it is assisting to the bhakti, when it is associated, that means it is accompanying the bhakti, then it is becoming, it is considered as bhakti. So that kind of bhakti is known as Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Majorly we have these three. Aropa Siddha, Sangha Siddha, Swarupa Siddha. Swarupa Siddha example is Shravanam Kirtanam. Ah. Yes, yes. That means some activities, if you think that those are useful to do directly devotion, but those activities by nature not bhakti. So, but if you see those are all helpful to do bhakti, sakshat bhakti. So then these activities are also becoming the bhakti. What kind of bhakti that is? Sangha Siddha. When you do activity and result of that activity if you offer, then that is known as. So that's a totally how many types? Three types. Okay, now same, same. Uh, Okay, I'll come. I'll come there. No, no, no. अभी तो आने दीजिए, प्रधानी बुद्ध भक्त एक्सप्लेन करना है ना आपको. सो देखिए, सो स्वरूप सिद्ध भक्ति आर डायरेक्ट डिवोशन ऑल अंडरस्टूड ना. डायरेक्ट डिवोशन एवरीवन अंडरस्टूड. स्वरूप सिद्ध आर डायरेक्ट डिवोशन आर द साक्षात भक्ति आर थ्री आर सेम synonyms. What it mean? Huh? अरे स्वरूप सिद्ध भक्ति के लिए श्रवणम कीर्तन, वो अभी उसका नेचर मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ. वो जान से करो अनजान से करो, वो रिजल्ट देगा, ये बोलने के लिए मैं रैट एग्जांपल दिया. Why I give rat example? Because this Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, so if you do that with conscious or without conscious, it is going to give result. But to achieve this Swarupa Sangha Siddha Bhakti, so that karma can become directly Bhakti, no, you have to consciously, you should see the link it with the Bhakti, then only that will become, that can be achieved, Sangha Siddha Bhakti, or otherwise Aropa Siddha Bhakti. आ रहे हैं ना? ठंड लग रहे हैं क्या सबको? डायरेक्ट डिवोशन. या थोड़ा सा फोकस दीजिए, बहुत कुछ आसान से समझ में आएगा. ये चैप्टर बहुत कुछ नहीं, इसको ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट दे रहा हूँ इसीलिए. चैप्टर ऐसे आधा घंटा में उड़ा सकते हैं इसको. तो आप लोग सोचिए मत कि क्यों ये सब बोल रहे हैं. ये कौन अभी 1 साल के बाद मिलेंगे हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट ऑल, तो इसीलिए जितना कि उतना हम दे पाएंगे, तो हम प्रयास करेंगे. एक्चुअली प्लीज कोऑपरेट विथ मी, and if you give attention then we can easily go further. So till now I discussed that So how this Jivatma is entangled with this material world. So beginning is Ishadapetaha, then after that Avidya covering, then after that Asmritihi, that means forgetting himself, then after that, so Maya is giving the ego, and then it is identifying himself as body, then after that, so entering into the dualities, then after that, finally, Bhayam. So to assert, what is the root cause? Turning face away from the Lord. That is the root cause. So that's why, so this Jivatma has to turn towards the Lord. So that will happen by Jivatma automatically? No. It will happen by only by the association of the sadhus. That sadhu can be gnani or bhakta. That is done. So next, after that we have seen, we, uh, so okay. Now next point is we are coming to the so pradhani bhuta bhakti. That means I said there one point, if jivatma is coming in association of a pradhani bhuta bhakta, it maximum can become only pradhani bhuta bhakta. If jivatma is coming in association of a pure devotee, and if it get this his mercy, then only it will become pure devotee. And if jivatma is coming in association of a gnani, and if we get the mercy of the gnani only, not the pure devotee, then it maximum can become gnani only, and it can go for the Brahman realization only. This is the next point I said. When I said this, you people asked one question: what is Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti? And what is pure devotion? Yes, you all asked or not? Then that's why I started opening the new topic. So I want to explain what is Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti. So before that I am explaining, I said that there is a majorly, so Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti example is one more point. About the Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti, I said that there is a Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gnana Mishra Bhakti, Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti. These are all Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti, I said. So to explain that, I went even one more step down. Okay. What is that I am saying? First of all, to make you understand this Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti, I started explaining about three types of Bhakti. That is Sakshat Bhakti, so Sangha Siddha Bhakti, Arop Siddha Bhakti. So what I said about Sakshat Bhakti means what I said? So Shravanam Kirtan, what it mean? But activity directly connected with the Lord. Lord or the Lord's representatives. Lord's representative means Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta nahi, Shuddha Bhakta only, who is transcendental. Condition, that means seeing transcendental devotee is only the so Sakshat Bhakti. Seeing Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti is not transcendental. No. Okay, you have to remember this. So that's a Sakshat Bhakti means that for that activity, object will be the Lord or the Guru or otherwise. So Sadhu who is so transcendental. So now, next point is this Sakshat Bhakti means by nature it is that devotional activity, and that activity itself is having the Shakti. What Shakti? Bhakti Shakti it is having that activity itself. And that kind of activity, if you do consciously or unconsciously, so without knowledge or with knowledge, that means what is meaning of knowledge and without knowledge? So that means this activity is the direct devotion, and here by this activity Krishna is served. So such a knowledge you don't have. But even if you do this, this is going to give result. It is going to give result. So that means what is the result? Burning the all the so sins. That means without knowing, that means this activity is the devotional activity, is connected to the Lord. Without knowing, if you do that activity, then that is known as bhakti abhasa, or otherwise nama bhasa. Now that means you are taking the Rama or Krishna name, Krishna you are uttering. While uttering, you don't know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and so this activity is glorifying Him. So such a knowledge you doesn't, and you are the part and parcel of Him, and your constitutional position is serving Him. Such a knowledge you don't have. And if someone utters that, is it possible or not? It can possible actually. If someone utters, then that bhakti is known as Abhasa Bhakti, and that chanting holy name is known as Nama Bhas. So that means, but will he get result or not for that activity? Definitely he'll get. Like that example is given, fire example. So if you touch the fire, that means fire will burn me. That knowledge you don't have. And still if you touch, it will burn or not? It will not say that, oh, he doesn't know me, that if you touch it and I will burn. Such a knowledge he doesn't know, so I should not burn. Like that it will stop? No, if you touch, it will burn. Similarly, that means fire example why I am giving here to explain Sakshat Bhakti means that activities by nature they have the Bhakti potency. If you do those activities with consciousness or without consciousness, they are going to give result. Such activities are known as Sakshat Bhakti. Example is 64 limbs of pure devotional service. All are Sakshat Bhakti only. So Shravanam, Kirtan, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevan, Archanam, Vandanam, all this. So Navadha Bhakti, not only this 9, there is another, so 55 are there. Not only 55, actually if you go and see in Hari Bhakti Vilas, even it is hundreds are there. Sakshat Bhaktis. So now what is the difference between the Sakshat Bhakti and Aropa Siddha Bhakti that I explained in the next point. So I was saying that Aropa Siddha Bhakti means that activity by nature it is not devotion. Example is, so producing grains is not a devotional activity. But when you offer the result of the producing grains activity, what is that results? That's the grains. If you offer that result to the Lord, then the producing grains activity is also becoming the bhakti. And this is what? Aropa Siddha Bhakti. So, next. That's depends upon the level of the Arop Siddha. That is another thing. Hmm. Abhasa Bhakti means it is unknowingly if you do that. So that is the definition of Bhakti Abhasa. Okay. Next, the technical term of, yeah. Next, Sangha Siddha Bhakti. What it means, the Sangha Siddha Bhakti? So by nature it is not Bhakti. So when it is assisting the Bhakti activity like Shravanam Kirtanam, so to do the Shravanam Kirtan, to chant holy names, controlling mind. So you are doing controlling mind by the strength of the, so Gnana. That means I am not body, I am soul. With this knowledge you are controlling your mind, and that controlled mind is used to chant Hare Krishna, to hear the holy name. So then this kind of controlling mind is also becoming now bhakti. So that is also, that is known as Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Huh? Okay, we'll go next one by one. So now Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti. So see, Sakshat Bhakti or direct devotion, that is always Nirguna. That means there are no gunas in that. So, but if you see the Aropa Siddha Bhakti and if you see the Sangha Siddha Bhakti, they are not. So those are by nature guna, but now you are making them to help. So Sakshat Bhakti, so that's why these activities, they are also Nirguna. They are by nature not Nirguna actually. Okay. So Aropa Siddha and Sangha Siddha, by nature they are not Nirguna. So but only the Sakshat Bhakti by nature Nirguna. So that means when someone is doing the Sakshat Bhakti, that means Shravanam Kirtanam, maybe per day 5 hours, 10 hours is doing. But in his heart, there is a consciousness. In his heart, there is a feeling. What is that feeling? So karma is needed to do this bhakti. So karma is needed to do this bhakti whenever this kind of feeling. Karma is needed to do bhakti. This is a transcendental feeling, or this is a guna feeling? Gunatmakam. So because of this kind of bhava, whatever bhava is having, that means bhakti needs, so karma, because of this bhava is not out of, so this bhava is not beyond the modes. This bhava is inside the modes only. So that bhava is tainting color to this nirguna bhakti. Like example, if you take a crystal, crystal is always clean and it is not having any colors. But if you keep a red cloth near to this, what will happen? This crystal will looking now a red crystal. So similarly, Nirguna Sakshat Bhakti is crystal. So in the place of crystal, you take Sakshat Bhakti. Now you are doing this Bhakti, this Sakshat Bhakti for so killing someone. Killing someone is out of what? This bhava is out of what? gunas. Which guna? Tamo guna. So this is tainting now color to this bhakti. What bhakti this is? What color it will be applying, tainting on this crystal? Tamo guna, black color. Black bhakti this is. When you have desire, that means to gain the name and fame. For doing that, you are doing the sakshat bhakti. So now in this heart, what is there? Material desire. That means you want to become a so so huh? Journal secretary. What you? Or GVC. Who are the aspirants of journal secretaries? Temple person. Not journal secretary. Not. You're the bureau secretary. You want to become. When you do this this sakshat bhakti for the sake of material desires, that is becoming red color now. But same sakshat bhakti if you do for so material, that means killing someone or destroying someone, then that is no, that it will become black color. But when you do this so sakshat bhakti for the sake of liberation, to come out from this bodily so conception of life, then this bhakti is becoming what? White. So sattvic bhakti. And when you see, that means, like example, one more thing I am saying, if you do this bhakti for the sake of, what is this sound? Other side. If we do this bhakti for pleasing Krishna only, if you do only for the pleasing, that means you are doing sakshat bhakti only for pleasing Krishna, then it is known as nirguna bhakti. So that is the meaning of nirguna bhakti. But you see, only for Krishna's pleasure, no other reasons. Sakshat bhakti, if it is done for pleasure of Krishna, then that is known as nirguna bhakti. No coloring is coming. But you are doing sakshat bhakti for pleasure of Krishna, but you are also thinking that for this doing this sakshat bhakti there is a need of karma. What will happen now? This sakshat bhakti is nirguna or the colorful? I am giving next second condition I am giving. See, I will come again once again, please. Please understand this concept. It will help you a lot actually. It will help you a lot to understand so many things. First of all, I am saying sakshat bhakti by nature it is nirguna, no gunas in that. Now, if you do that sakshat bhakti for killing someone, then this is becoming tamasika bhakti, tamasi bhakti. That means it's a black color. So this, but by nature it is a nirguna only, but now because of this in your heart, what you are making this bhakti for something material thing. So that's why this bhakti is now nirguna bhakti became saguna. So now if you do this sakshat bhakti for material gain, so some name, fame, then also it is becoming so saguna, red color. If you do this bhakti, sakshat bhakti for this, sakshat bhakti means shravanam kirtanam. That means you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for getting the, that means out from this material bodily conception of life. Then it is becoming saguna, that's the white color. But when you do this sakshat bhakti for pleasing Krishna only, that is nirguna only. Now, if you do sakshat bhakti for the pleasing Krishna, I am giving one more condition. But if you think to do this sakshat bhakti, there is a need of the karma is needed. Karma's help is needed to do this bhakti. Because karma is which color? It is in the red color actually. Karma is always rajasic. So this will be giving what color to this? Red color. That means you are doing sakshat bhakti for pleasing Krishna only. But you are thinking that karma is needed to do the sakshat bhakti. Then this is known as, this is saguna bhakti or nirguna? Saguna only. So if you do, that means this bhakti is known as what? Karma misra bhakti. But what? Bhakti matra kama, karma mishra bhakti. You can do like this also, na? You do sakshat bhakti for liberation, but for liberation, okay? You are doing sakshat bhakti for liberation, where you are thinking that for doing this sakshat bhakti there is a need of the karma. Then this is what kind of karma mishra bhakti? So please use your attention. You are all very intelligent actually. You can easily catch. No. What I am saying. Who is that? Very good. That's a kaivalya kama karma mishra bhakti. So that means you are using sakshat. You are doing sakshat bhakti for what? For getting the liberation. And where you are thinking that to do sakshat bhakti there is a need of karma. Then that is known as kaivalya kama karma mishra bhakti. If you do sakshat bhakti for getting the material gain, that means some material pleasure, and where you are doing to do sakshat bhakti, there is a need of the karma. Then this is known as sakama karma mishra bhakti. And sakama karma mishra bhakti will be nirguna. Kaivalya kama karma mishra bhakti can be nirguna. Bhakti matra kama karma mishra bhakti can be nirguna. No. But with, so similarly, you are getting na. Now you are doing sakshat bhakti. Huh? Huh? What, Prabhu? Written. Huh? This is sakshat bhakti. Ah, yeah. Practical example is simple practical example. So I want to do my Shravana Kirtanadi Bhakti, and that farmer, he is a farmer. Let us take some farmer is there, and he is chanting every day 5 hours, 6 hours, Shravanam Kirtanam, and also worshipping all this Sakshat Bhakti is doing. So, but for that, still he is not in the bodily, he is not out of bodily conception. He is thinking himself as a farmer. And I am a farmer, I should do my karma, and because of this karma only I can do my bhakti. Without doing karma, I cannot maintain my body, I cannot do so my bhakti. What it means? So to maintain his body, he is thinking that, so that means he's in the bodily conception. So thinking himself as body is a Kshatriya or Vaishya or Sudra or Brahmana, and with that consciousness, so he is doing Shravanam Kirtanam. So and also he is thinking that, so my dharma is needed, so to do this bhakti. So this is the consciousness of karma mishra bhakta. And if we do that sakshat bhakti for pleasing Krishna, so then that is known as bhakti matra kama karma mishra bhakti. If we do that sakshat bhakti for the liberation, then it is known as kaivalya kama karma mishra bhakti. And if he does so that bhakti for material gain, then that is sakama karma mishra bhakti. Conception changes. I'll explain that also. So now, first of all, concepts pick it up, because now first time hearing, na, because of this, so grasping the first wording also should happen, meanings of that, and keep those in a first hearing. Then after that, whatever immediate doubts are coming, so those will be clarified, and meditate on that in the next level. So then you'll be getting the, so a lot of, so more understanding actually. So I am keep on putting the wording, and just in a simple manner I am explaining. It itself is a big course actually. 10 hours course this is. So it's a Bhakti Prakara how we did. So but now we are just giving in a simple idea. So now what I am saying in the case of Karma Mishra Bhakti, so Bhakti is the main, he's thinking that I should do bhakti, but he is thinking the help of, that means along with that karma, along with that bhakti. So he might be identifying like this also. I am Kshatriya, I should do my dharma. If I don't do dharma, then it's a sinful. Then I cannot get the, so that means my success of my life. This is the conception is there actually. So such a feeling, what it is making, this bhakti, whatever Sakshat Bhakti is doing, that is colorful. That means sakama, it is making this, sorry, saguna. It is making it as saguna. So what I want to say now, what about the nirguna bhakti? Karma mishra bhakti is also colorful. Sakama, kaivalya and bhakti matra kama, all are, yeah. And if you think that that means to do sakshat bhakti, there is a need of the gnana. Okay, there is need of gnana. That means to do, example I gave, Shravanam, that's chanting if you want to do, then controlling mind is needed based upon the gnana. That is, I am not body, I am soul. With that, you are controlling the mind, and based upon that, that controlled mind, you are engaging in the hearing the Krishna's names. So in this case, gnana, that means you are taking the, for hearing Krishna's name, you are taking the support of the gnana. So this kind of bhakti is known as gnana mishra bhakti. And if you do Gnana Mishra Bhakti, that means here Sakshat Bhakti, whatever you are doing, that is for the sake of pleasing Krishna. Then it is known as what? Bhakti Matra Kama Gnana Mishra Bhakti. If you do this Sakshat Bhakti for, so liberation, for the sake of liberation. So, and you are doing Sakshat Bhakti needs the help of Gnana, then it is known as Kaivalya Kama Gnana Mishra Bhakti. Break, huh? Okay. Kaivalya Kama Gnana Mishra Bhakti. Okay. So, but Kaivalya Kama Gnana Mishra Bhakti also not Nirguna. Bhakti Matra Kama Gnana Mishra Bhakti also not Nirguna. So, what can be that? That means, so completely Nirguna Bhakti. When you can say it's completely Nirguna Bhakti, when you do Sakshat Bhakti for pleasing Krishna, and don't think that for this bhakti there is a need of any other karma or gnana or anything else. That means this bhakti should be free from what it is, should be uncovered from gnana karma adi anavrutam. And also it should be done, this sakshat bhakti, it should be done for pleasuring the Krishna, anya bilashita sunyam. Then this is becoming the Shuddha Bhakti. Who can do this kind of bhakti? The one who is coming out from three modes. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparena nirmalatvam rushikena rushikesa sevanam bhakti ruchyate. That means whose consciousness came out from the upadis. That means I am not Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya, I am not Vaishya, I am not Sudra, I am not Sannyasi, I am not Vanaprastha, I am not Grihastha, I am not Brahmachari. Point should be noted. I am not Brahmachari. So one come out from this. That means I am not this. These are all needed. The so-called rules and regulations of this varnas and ashramas are not at all needed for my bhakti. I am jivere swaruper hoy krishner nityadas. With this consciousness, whoever is so so residing in that consciousness and doing the Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti for the pleasure of Krishna only. This is known as Shuddha Bhakti. So that, and if you do this for the only half an hour, and after that he is thinking that himself as something brahmachari, and in that consciousness he is falling, then he is Shuddha Bhakta. How many hours he is doing like this? That means, so Sakshat Bhakti doing for pleasure of Krishna, coming out from all bodily designations. How many hours he'll be doing per a day? Huh? To become a Shuddha Bhakta, how many hours he should do? 24/7. When he one does like this 24/7 bhajan, he is known as Shuddha Bhakti. Otherwise, no. So that's why, what is the entry door for the entering into the Shuddha Bhakti? So, strong faith. What is the symptom of strong faith? Full surrender means what? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Sarva dharman parityajya means I am not Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya, I am not Vaishya, I am not Shudra, not Brahmachari, not Grihastha, not Vanaprastha, not Sannyasi, but all dharmas. One should come out from all, the consciousness should come out from all these so-called dharmas which are going to save you. As a devotee, I need, if you feel this. And not only just feeling, you should act on that. So act on that and do directly 24 hours. So Sravana Kirtana Dirupa Bhakti 64 limbs, then only it is known as. So only for the pleasure of Krishna, if you make it, that means I am not Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya, but you are thinking that. So something that means for the Kaivalya, if you do this, that is also not Suddha Bhakti. Then there is a rule is broken. Anyabhilasha Sunyam is not maintained. You should maintain Anyabhilasha Sunyam means, so doing that, so Bhakti only for the pleasure of the Lord. So Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti, doing it for the pleasure of the Lord. And that also what? It should be free from the karma and gnana and all. That means his faith should not struck in karma, gnana and all. That means what? What it means? That means, oh, my bank balance is needed to do my devotion. This is, and that concept is there, but he is doing Shravanam Kirtanam. But he is thinking that something other than Krishna is needed, he is thinking. Krishna's mercy, other than so material things, he's thinking that that is needed. Then what will happen? His consciousness is covered by avrutam. That means that bhakti is avrutam by something else. Gnana karmadi anavrutam. It should be free from the gnana, karma, and adi means all. Anything else than the bhakti. So that's why you see that kind of bhakti who can do? Whoever is coming to strong shraddha. That means strong faith means surrenderance. Surrenderance means what? So fully coming out from bodily conception. Whoever comes from the bodily conception, so those only can do. So such a bhajan, and such a person is always 24 hours is trying to do bhajan, and that is bhajan kriya. By that what will happen? Anarthas. What anarthas are there, you may ask? So he came out from the bodily conception because of the previous, so-called, that means whatever the punya is there, because of that punya, prarabdha punya, whatever the previous, so punya vasanas, because of that he may get sometimes. So the material pleasure is coming and standing in front of him, and these samskaras are, so for a while it is driving him towards that. But at the time also he is thinking, I am not this body and I don't want to enjoy these material things. And such a dainyatmikata is there, dainyatmika bhakti. That means I am so heinous, such a dainyatmika bhava is there. And but still he is forced by the samskaras. For a while he may go for the, so in the stage of before anartha nivritti, for a while he may go for enjoying that, but immediately while enjoying also dukko dharkascha garhayan. Even if he is enjoying, think that it is very so heinous. With that feeling he may get, but still at the time also bhakti is continued. His bhakti is not covered with this material desire, because at that time what he is thinking, willfully he is enjoying that? No, heinously feeling he is enjoying. So in that kind, so who is dominating at that time? Bhakti is covered by the now the material desire. Anyabhilasha Sunyam is broken now? Not broken actually. He is by nature, he doesn't want to enjoy himself. Anyabhilashita is maintained. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes.
Hare Krishna. So for somebody to perform Shuddha Bhakti, he has to go through Karma Mishra, he has to go through Gyan Mishra. Am I correctly understanding?
So
because
one more point.
why this question came?
Yes, yes.
Because Mahaprabhu also was asking that, I think Srivas Thakur, that how will your house will be maintained? You should do some job. So that question was coming that
So I will come to that point now. So here, once conscious, that means Suddha Bhakti consciousness is, so he is not identifying any kind of designations from the out of body, and he is in the consciousness of I am the servant of the Lord, and with that consciousness he is doing the, so 24 hours direct devotion for the pleasure of the Lord. So this is the Suddha Bhakti. So it is also possible Parinishtita karma. What it mean? So Baldev Jabhushan explains this. Parinishtita karma, Swanishtita karma, Nirapekshata. So Parinishtita karma means the one who is in the 24 hours devotional service. That means while, that means he doesn't have any kind of faith on the karma, gnana. That means he don't think that these are all needed for my bhakti, and he's not at all identifying himself as a body, and he's not in the bodily designations, but still he will be doing the karma to set an example to the society. That means in his heart, doing karma is there. And he is doing this Sakshat Bhakti 24 hours. So kindly see in this heart. So doing Sakshat Bhakti 24 hours is there for the pleasure of Krishna. But he is having he doesn't have any faith on this karma. But he is doing this karma only to set an example. But parallelly also he is doing this Sakshat Bhakti for pleasing Krishna. So Sakshat Bhakti and karma can be done parallelly or not? First of all, tell me. Example is what?
Janak Maharaj.
Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. Yuddha is what? And anusmarana is what? Sakshat Bhakti. It can be done or not? Yes. That means smaranam can be smaranam, kirtanam are the, so shravanam, it can happen. You can keep on connected to this direct devotional service, and also you can do so karma also. This is possible. It's already many times it is established in the Shastra. So now, but he doesn't have any faith on this karma. That means I am Brahmana, I should do this activity. If I don't do, I will get sin. And that's why it's a sinful. That means sin is very dangerous for my spiritual progress. Like that thinking is wrong or right? Wrong actually. For pure devotion, it is wrong. So that, but he is not having such a, so that means dependency on the karma actually. But he is doing karma. Then why he is doing karma? That means he doesn't have any fear of the not doing of karma. Pure devotee's consciousness, there is no fear for the not doing the dharma. Yes or no? He should not be having any fear for the not doing of the dharma. So, but still they do. Why they do? To set an example to the society. So such a way if they do, and at that time, and also what they will do? So at that time, while they are doing their karma, they will stop the bhakti, sakshat bhakti, pleasing Krishna, they will stop. No, they will do that also. So they are doing Sakshat Bhakti. Who is example? Bharata Maharaj. Bharata Maharaj, so still Jiv Goswami establishes, they are doing the 24 hours. So their direct devotional services, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, these are all. Example, Dhruva Maharaj. So Prabhupada writes in his purpose, 24 hours Dhruva Maharaj is remembering Krishna. 24 hours. Even if for a moment he is not forgetting Krishna. And also he is doing so ruling the country. 36,000 years he ruled. So his kingdom. So that's why it is also possible. So, but why they are doing? It's not at all needed for then they don't feel that is a karma doing is not needed for the bhakti also. So they are doing only to set an example. Are they going to get any from that karma? Are they are feeling that means if I don't do, then sin will be coming and it is covering my bhakti, or my bhakti will be damaged, or it's not good for so my bhakti, like that they are thinking? No. They don't have any faith on this karma. So that means they don't feel any dependence on this. And they have full faith on Krishna's bhakti, direct devotion to please him. So that is my nature, Swarupa. Because by nature, Jivatma is what? Is a constitutionally servant of the Lord only. Is there any karma or jnana? That means this kind of things are eternally are there with the Jivatma? No. So if anyone does, so this Sakshat Bhakti for the pleasure of Krishna, but at the time also if we do karma, so for setting the example to the others, then this karma is known as Parinishtita karma. Paranishta, that means for others' sake he is doing, para. Next, if someone leave everything, this karma doing, that means 24 hours sitting in the Vrindavan and like Haridas Thakur, chanting holy names. While eating and also while maintaining any body, they just, so while at the time also they maintain, they do their devotion. They don't forget Krishna actually. And if they eat also, eating food is not maintaining me, but Krishna's mercy only is maintaining this body. That is their consciousness. So they always, even though eating also, they always take the Krishna Prasadam. So such a consciousness, every minute he is not disconnected. But till the time he get the anardhani vritti, so he will be hunted by the previous, that means whatever the punya is there, because of that some pleasure is coming, and he may hunted by that for a while. But at the time also he is forgetting Krishna. No, I am the servant of the Lord. Why I am getting these tendencies? My Lord, please save me, like that. He is feeling and enjoying that. So dukkho darkascha garhayan. So this is known as. So now, what about that? Means how to come to this stage? Who can come to this stage? So whoever is getting the strong faith. How to get this strong faith? So by reading books it will come? It's not possible. Only by the mercy of pure devotees. So mercy is needed. Pure devotees mercy when you get, what will happen? So that pure devotees mercy is going to create the basic investment. That means bija. Pure devotees mercy is only the bija, bhakti bija, vapana. That means sowing the seed in your heart will be happening by pure devotee. Jivatma from Anadi, which is turned away from the Lord and is keep on, that means in the samsara, can turn itself and can do bhakti by itself? No. So that is this seed, this is a pure devotee's heart you take. And he has so such a faith actually. That means he is fully surrendered to the Lord. 24 hours he is doing the devotion for Krishna. And his all activities for the Krishna service only. And direct devotional services and for the pleasure of Krishna is doing. And such a quality seed should come to
Sadhaka.
your heart. जैसा बीज वैसा फसल. ऐसा उस 2 नंबर का बीज डाल दिया और 1 नंबर का फसल आएगा क्या? कभी नहीं आता है. So that's why the seed should come from nirguna seed you should come. If you get the saguna seed, that means someone pradhani bhuta bhakta means who is making bhakti pradhana, but karma and jnana also is feeling dependency. He is not sarvopadi vinirmuktaha, and that kind of bhakti seed is there. So if he gives the kripa, then what is coming to your heart also is coming same quality of the bhakti beach. And maximum what he can become? Someone gas released. No problem. Yeah.
Break. Maybe we can do after the break.
Break.
I also have 2-3 questions.
Yes, break.
So we'll do break and then.
Break. Doors open. We are not devotees. We are not devotees at all. We.